Welcome to the C+C Connection, an all-in-one podcast that touches upon a variety of topics ranging from sports to TV shows. Here are your hosts, the 9 experts on everything, Colin and Corey. Welcome to the C+C Connection. This is your host and co-host, or we're both co-hosts. We're partners in life, and Colin Hensel and Corey Moquin is basically what I'm saying.
Yes.
Today we're talking some Breaking Bad, the bees. Yeah, we're going to try to... We have some predictions, maybe some expectations for Season 5.
Just get the talk going.
We just got to get out. We got to air it out. Air it out, you know, get our feelings out there.
Get your mind in the Breaking Bad mood.
Well, it is coming out July 15th, so a week from Sunday, because we're doing this on a Thursday night. It's July 4th. No, July 5th. I should probably know what a holiday is. Yeah, because...
we got nothing.
We got nothing to do. All right, so we're discussing. God, this is gonna be bad. Okay, Season 5, because Season 4, I think, was the best season ever of any TV show of television that I've ever seen.
It was good. No, I liked it too.
It was crazy. I mean, every episode was just balls to the wall, no shit, just crazy.
Yeah, I think it definitely picked up at the second half, but like most Breaking Bad seasons, second half is always solid. There's usually about 3 episodes of just like crazy intense stuff where you just can't wait, and that's pretty much what makes Breaking Bad is those 3 episodes every season.
Yeah, it was just those last 3 episodes just in particular I think were just crazy. Obviously, I always talk about it. The second to last episode, I think was the second to last episode. I don't know. The one when he was in the crawl space just going crazy, and before that,
I think that's the second to last, or it might be third, but it's one of those two.
It's one of the last 3.
But that whole season was just built on, like, Gale was murdered at the ending of season 3.
Yeah.
So
spoiler alert.
So the whole
we're assuming you are caught up on Breaking Bad. We're gonna just let that out right now.
So the whole season they were pretty much just tension the whole way out between Walt and Gus, so that was pretty much the driving force. So yeah,
the Walt-Gus rivalry that it came out to be, because I thought that was gonna work out, but then it just turned out that whole connection.
There was like a little bit of like, okay, they're living with each other, but then it blew up.
Yeah,
I forget.
Walt just didn't trust him at all ever, and I wouldn't either. No, especially after he slit the guy's throat at the beginning of the season.
First episode was pretty badass.
I think there was like no words or something for 7 minutes. There's just no dialogue.
But you set up some questions. Maybe.
I did. I set up some questions so we could have some topics to discuss. Let's talk about the main topic of the season, because it had a very defiant ending last. That reminds me, I gotta write something down because I just remembered something of a topic. But it ended. It kind of really tied up all the loose ends except for 1 or 2 things.
What didn't it tie up, Corey?
It tied up the whole Gus thing.
No, what didn't it tie up?
What didn't it tie up? Well, that's my discussion. This is the point of the discussion. We're going to make some predictions, expectations for Season 5. Are they going to cook in Season 5?
Yes.
You think so? Why?
Well, the trailer told me.
Well, the trailer did tell us it would. Basically, Jesse just came out right and said, we're going to cook.
We need to cook.
Yep. But I really think, from what we saw in the trailer, Walt was talking about... what was he talking about, Colin? Here?
I don't remember the trailer. I tried to block as much of it out because I didn't want to be spoiled.
Right, you didn't want to be spoiled. But he was talking about he basically, like, I think he's got like a god complex now, from what it looked like in the trailer. He was talking about like.
Well, he's going off a little bit, like when he was talking to Skyler, like, I'm not afraid of the danger. I am the danger.
Right. Oh, you know what it was? It was in the trailer. It was Mike talking about you're a loose cannon, you're out of control. Really? I don't want to. You're a ticking time bomb.
So Mike's back.
Mike's back. Yeah, that's one of the questions at the end. Like, where the fuck's Mike? He got shot in Mexico and he just never came back.
Well, he was in the hospital, right? That little
makeshift hospital. But yeah, I mean.
So how do you think Mike's gonna treat the whole thing about he murdered Gus?
I think he's not gonna retaliate. But from what I saw in the trailer, he doesn't want anything to do with Walt, because I think Walt's going to go to him and be like, listen, I want to set up an operation.
Maybe he wants to hire Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Mike's basically a hired gun.
He's bad at it. Plus, he knows what Gus was doing. He knows the ins and outs of the business. So I think he's going to go to Mike and try to get some help, and I think Mike's like, you're a ticking time bomb. I don't want anything to do with you because you're going to blow up. Thank you. Let's put money on it, right? We could have an office pool.
I mean, I don't have any other options.
We have no options.
So it's either that happens or it doesn't. So you.
Okay, well, thanks for poking holes. That brings us to my third point, because my second point was, what about Mike? But we already got over that. So what? Saul. He kind of just wants nothing to do with what's going on in here.
How do you know that?
At the end of season 4, he's leaving. He's like, I don't want to.
Left. Oh.
Yeah, and then
his big black bodyguard. I remember.
Yeah.
He took a dump. That was pretty funny.
Yeah. Well, kind of got sidetracked, but so Saul wants out of the whole business. He's scared for his life, and then he tried getting out in season 4, but they roped him back in at the end of season 4.
How did they rope him back in?
They paid him basically, I think. Remember
Jesse?
Jesse needed help because he was being questioned by the FBI about the ricin.
Oh yeah.
Because he said ricin was poisoned the little boy. What's his name? The little boy's name?
Fuck.
It's like Wall. It's like
it was
one
like
syllable.
Yeah.
Rolf or something. I don't know.
It was definitely like something an animal should be named.
Yeah. Brock.
Brock.
I was close. Okay. Finally, I'm close with the names. But anyways, so yeah, he gets Jesse's in trouble and they need lawyering, and Walt goes in, tries to find Saul, but he's long gone, and he breaks the window, and then his secretary makes him pay like 20-something thousand or whatever. Anyways, Saul comes back, and basically after that, we think he's done because he doesn't want to deal with this bullshit anymore of almost being killed by these hired men.
How does Jesse get out of the FBI situation again?
Basically, Saul comes in and does his thing and gets him out. There wasn't really anything to it.
Okay.
It was really quick. He just came in and said a couple words and he was out.
I remember I liked that part. I just don't remember what happened.
It was really fast.
Mm-hmm.
He just came and sat down and said, "No, this is the way it is." And then I don't know if it's going to come back in season 5.
It was the poison. It wasn't ricin.
No.
Right? Yeah, it was
that was the cliffhanger, or the cliffhanger at the end of
Right, yeah. Where the gun points at the... What was it called?
The gun point? I mean,
what was the thing that Walt poisoned Brock with?
I forget what it's called, but it's like a poison that you just eat and it makes
it was
like,
from a plant.
Yeah.
But there's that scene where he spins the gun. Walt is sitting there. I forget what he's doing, but he's in his pool trying to figure out what he's going to do next. And he's spinning the gun around. And the gun points right at the planet. And that's kind of like a trying to show you that he was poisoned. Like
he's the one
it gave you the idea. I mean, obviously, I didn't get it right away.
No, you had to
I just thought
it.
about it after.
Yeah.
But that's it was just foreshadowing him killing Brock, sort of.
Well, it didn't really.
Not foreshadowing.
You would have to rewatch it because there's no way you would have ever.
I mean, some people did.
I mean, if you're a chemist or whatever, a botanist. If you're a botanist, you're like, oh no, those are the poisonous plants.
But some people just remembered that gun happened, like the gun pointed at the plant.
I didn't know it pointed at the plant.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
But some people did remember that, and then that's how they connected it.
But how would they know watching that at that moment?
Because sometimes people just think everything is significant, and they
They knew the plant was poisonous?
No, they didn't know it was poisonous. They just remembered.
It pointed at.
They just remembered pointing at that plant, and then that when the plant was brought up again, they're like, "Oh yeah, the gun pointed at it."
Okay,
and
I was gonna say.
Then they knew for sure that Walt poisoned him.
Okay.
And I think it comes up. Did they talk about it later besides just that gun pointing at it?
Well, Jesse was just like, what poisoned Brock was these poison berries he must have gotten into or something. And then at the end they showed the plant.
Right, and then there's that whole intense scene where Jesse comes in and thinks it was
Walt. Thinks it was him, and he's like, no, it was Gus, he was trying to...
Oh, I know. I remember some questions I had at the end of the last season. It was, how did he poison Brock?
True.
Because it could have been Saul, because Saul was the only one who had any contact with Brock.
Yeah.
That when he came up and they...
Well, when did Saul have contact with Brock?
He drove up to Jesse's house that one time. I don't remember why, but he was living with that Hispanic girl, and Brock, and he came up for some reason, and he gave him Brock candy or something. I don't know if I'm totally wrong, because I have not watched it since last summer, but something happened. Something was they had the only time they had a contact. Maybe it happened off screen with Walt did it,
right?
But somehow that's gonna blow up this season with Jesse and Walt. Like I feel like that's the next thing is Jesse versus Walt
again.
So
yeah. Round
well,
two.
Obviously, because he's got to find out about.
I mean, yeah.
There's always. Well, he doesn't know about him killing his girlfriend.
No.
Yet.
Well, he told him in the Fly, the Fly episode.
But he didn't know. He didn't hear
he was just like, sorry, he fell asleep. That was my impersonation of Walt falling asleep, by the way, just in case for all you listeners. I sounded like Walt Jr. more. But yeah, I mean, that's like the main question going into season 5 is, are they going to cook? Which they are pretty much going to cook. And is Jesse going to find out that Walt poisoned Brock? And what is Jesse going to do when he finds out?
Yeah. And did Saul have anything to do with it?
Did Saul have anything to do with it? And is Skylar going to be a bitch in season 5? Because she's
yes.
she's gotten better.
She's definitely gotten better.
Yeah.
But she's still deathly afraid of Walt, I think. Even more so.
You think she's afraid of Walt?
She has to be. He went nuts.
Yeah.
She saw him going nuts.
Oh, that's true. She saw him in the crawl space. That's right.
I would run as far away.
I forgot about that whole aspect of it.
Yeah, I would run as far away from him as possible. Not only did she see him go crazy after she told him she took his money to give to, what's his name?
Oh, that fucking...
I
Yeah,
think so.
they never explained what happened to him, right?
He died.
Well, did he actually die?
I think so.
They never
I think
said it. They never-
no, I think they don't say it, but I think I listened to like the official podcast for Breaking Bad.
We're not official?
No, we're the unofficial podcast.
Okay.
The official Breaking Bad podcast with Vince Gilligan actually like talks on it. So I think he said he was dead at that point, where he falls and cracks his neck or something.
Yeah, that was pretty unexpected.
But I do think Walter Jr. is still his son. I know I've talked to you about this before.
Oh yeah, we don't think Walter Jr. is the son.
He's definitely not not Walt's son.
Why though? Why do you think that?
They don't look anything like each other.
I know, but does Becca from Californication look anything like David Duchovny or Karen?
She looks like Karen. I think she looks like Karen.
She's black hair and she's obese.
She's not obese.
She's more obese than Karen.
She looks
Karen's
like
skinny.
Karen, and they like talk the same. I think they.
Yeah,
look
but talking
the same.
is like.
Okay, but
they
make it seem like they're mother-daughter.
Not by looks though.
I think a little bit.
David Duchovny doesn't even have black hair. Where does the black hair come from?
No one has black hair. It's always brown.
Her hair is black.
It's brown.
Okay.
Okay, but this isn't part of Breaking Bad. So,
Okay.
But I think in Breaking Bad, they wouldn't have made Walter Jr. and whatever Ted look so much. They look so similar.
Do you think they do?
Yes.
Breaking Bad does have a lot of little hidden things going inside of it.
There's another clue. Oh, one time he says to Walter Jr., I don't know if they're just fucking with me or all the people who think like me, because I'm not the only one. And I didn't look up on the forums or anything.
Yeah, right.
I had this all by myself, and then I found out other people did too. But he says to Skylar one time, he says, "Oh, Walter Jr.'s all grown up, looking good," and he said, "Must be some good genes."
Who said that? Skylar? Or?
No, Ted.
Huh. Oh, I remember that now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, just a little throw it in there, just to light my fire a little more.
At the same time, does this matter at all?
No!
Because it does not
maybe
matter.
it comes up and Walt just fucking loses it on Skylar, which I would not be mad about.
No. It'd be cool if Walt killed Skylar.
That's not a bad
That would
prediction.
exceed my expectations.
Because I don't know if
Like, that'd be cool if she I'm going to the cops. I've had enough of this, and Walt is like, boom, kill shot, and Walt just goes ape shit. He's gone now. The Walt we knew is all gone. He's just a badass now. Because that's why I think it'd be really cool if the show went in this direction. That if Walt became the antagonist.
Well, I think where it's headed. Vince Gilligan's been saying the whole time is that Walt is going to become a character that everyone is going to hate.
That's what I want to see.
And it's going to happen.
Because I think that has never been done, I don't think, on television.
No.
You see it in movies, like you saw it with Star Wars.
I wish he never said it because I wanted to like not expect it.
I mean, I've never heard him say that, but I kind of expect like the way that they build up to season 5 is to make it look like he's going to be the antagonist, and I think that would be fucking badass if they did that. I really want to see that happen.
I think it's going to. I think he's going to go full Heisenberg. And,
that would.
But that's a good point. Like, I mean, this could be important. Walter Jr. is not his son. I don't know how they find it out. Maybe Walt is like infertile or something. Not infertile, but what's the word for it? Sterile. And he realizes none of those kids are his.
Oh yeah, the baby might not. Well, the baby, I think it's.
I think it is, yeah. But I don't know. Maybe it happens. Maybe they get into an accident. Maybe Walt Jr. gets into a car accident, and then he needs to get blood from or an organ donation, and he can't because they don't have the same blood type.
And that could set Walt off to kill Skyler, and even better.
I think we just wrote the season, basically.
And even better, kill Walt Jr. in a car accident. He just dies because he can't give the blood.
Right, and he kills Skylar, so she can't give it either.
And all of a sudden there's a baby, and who cares about that? Because Marie is going to steal it. Because she is a klepto.
Done, writ.
And that means Hank is going to leave Marie because
he's just going to build a bigger rock collection.
What was up last season with Hank?
I don't know.
He's just an asshole to Marie. I mean, I don't care because Marie is becoming one of the most, like, my least favorite character. Like, I'm stealing things again. Like, just stop. No one cares.
Yeah.
It's up there with, like, the Batista LaGuerta storyline.
Nothing's worse than Batista LaGuerta. Nothing.
Oh, God, yeah. But, yeah. How many more weeks till Game of Thrones?
Probably about 48.
No, I thought we did the math.
Oh, yeah, it was way less. It was probably like 30, 38.
38, I was thinking 38. Yeah. Okay, Breaking Bad, right. Yeah, I really want to get a guest on right now, but I can't think of anyone to call. I was thinking Nicole, but...
yeah, no one understands Breaking Bad like we do.
No.
I mean, we just wrote it.
We just wrote season 5.
I don't know why Vince Gilligan just doesn't hire us.
That'd be cool. Imagine if it just turned out exactly like we just wrote it.
It's not too bad.
No, I think that's pretty good.
I hope it doesn't, but just because I like to be surprised.
Like, how cool would it be if, like, the final scene of a Breaking Bad was like Jesse killing Walt, just like at the end of Boardwalk season 2?
But then it can't be a movie.
Oh yeah, we were just reading on Wikipedia about a possible feature film.
Bryan Cranston basically mentioned it. I don't know. I don't think it's true because Vince Gilligan only wanted to do one more season, and they stretched it out to 16 episodes instead of 13. So,
well, it's only 8 episodes at a time. So
right,
we have an 8-episode season coming up, and that's just me in anger, and then another 8-episode season next summer. So
yeah, it's just the cock tease.
Yeah,
just a little cock tease.
Just blue balling us basically. But yeah, I mean, I'm really excited for this season. Do you think it's gonna be better than last season? Can anything top season 4 Breaking Bad?
Well, you think about every season. I think gets better. So why not?
If you do look at it like that,
every season does get better.
Way better.
I like season 3 a lot. I do think season 4 is better.
Way better.
But I don't know. I like season 3 a lot.
There was that Fly episode though.
You're right, but
like every season has its like one.
Some people that's their favorite episode.
Yeah, really. I liked it. I liked it.
I did not. I'll go.
I liked it. It was different.
I got to the point of that show. I was like, wow, this show is fucking awesome. And all of a sudden, I got to the Fly episode. I was like, what the fuck did I just watch?
Yeah.
It was. I've heard. And listening to Vince Gilligan, and if anyone doesn't listen to his official podcast, they should because it's really good. It's really good.
Okay, I'll watch it.
Okay,
listen.
But he just talks about certain things they do in filmmaking. It's more about like actually making movies and making TV shows than the actual show.
It's definitely one of the most artistic.
But can you let me finish
first?
He talks about a What kind of episodes are they? A Cage episode or a I can't think of the word right now.
Yeah, just go on. Just
It's basically an episode all in one place. It saves
location.
money.
Yeah, I get it.
There's a name for it, and I just can't think of it.
The Money Saver episode.
Right, and I think that's what that basically was.
Yeah, no doubt. But because there was the camper in season 2, I think, where
they did another one. It was
the camper.
I know, but I'm trying to think of the name still.
Oh,
of the type of episode it is.
The ship has sailed. So, what was the Money Saver episode of season 5?
4.
Was there one?
I think there was one.
I can't think of one. Like, there was no moment.
Maybe they just gave him a little extra cash.
Maybe they just gave him a little extra cash. But yeah, like I was saying after I let you finish, that's definitely one of the most artistic shows on. That and Mad Men.
Mm-hmm.
They really take a lot of time to put some thought into how they're going to film it. Like, there are some like conspiracy theories. I don't know if they're true or not. Like again, like I was talking about that crawl space episode. Before that, when he's being held in the desert, that awesome shot where the cloud went over and it just cast a shadow over, and it was very foreboding. And I was reading on the message boards, and everyone was saying that when Walt was talking, all of a sudden his voice changed to Mike's voice. I remember I told you.
You told me about this, yeah.
And people were like,
"Stupid," but you know,
it's not me. I didn't say it.
But you were trying to convince it. You showed me.
If you listen to it, it's really weird. I don't know if it's just his inflection change, but he did sound like Mike. I don't know what was the purpose of doing that.
Yeah, I don't see that's the big. I don't. Maybe it was.
Maybe there's some deep artistic meaning that I can't find.
But I don't. Yeah, why would he do that so no one can figure it out?
It seems out there.
It's like something Lost would do.
Yeah, but I think Breaking Bad would answer the question. Not
right,
just
no, but I'm
question.
saying that's why I don't think Breaking Bad would do it, because it's something Lost would just do and then not mention it or not give like significant evidence that that's what happened.
No doubt. But yeah, I mean, so I think it's safe to say we're both excited for season 5.
Mm-hmm. I think you had a few more questions, maybe.
No, we got them all.
Maybe
you just want to look at the list I made.
Skylar, question mark?
I was just going to talk about Skylar, and we already did, so.
We kind of did.
I mean, what else could we talk about?
I don't know. You pretty much did. Hank, question mark? We didn't really talk much about Hank.
Well, we started to talk about Hank.
Do you think Hank's the one that's going to be on Walt's tail this season?
Well, that's true. Well, yeah, he was okay. But he thought Gus...
He knew
got
Gus. He got Gus, but
he's gonna find out Gus is dead.
Do you think Hank's the one that's gonna find out about Walt, or if anyone finds out about Walt?
I mean,
a little bit like Dexter.
It's that storyline has always been there. You know, is Hank gonna find out about Walt? I don't know if they're gonna pursue it. I mean, it's gotta come. It's gotta happen soon, right? Because of the whole. Do
you think there's any
2 more seasons being?
Do you think there's any repercussions for killing Gus? From like the cartels.
Oh, yeah, we should probably discuss that aspect of it.
Maybe.
Well, that's a good question, because Gus pretty much took out his main rival, right? He took it out in Mexico, the big guy.
Mm-hmm.
So who else is there really? People we don't know
Mike's
about.
left, and I doubt he's gonna be mad about it.
No,
he might be, but I don't think he's gonna kill anyone over.
From what I saw in the trailer, he didn't look too upset.
Trailer spoilers, but yeah, I don't know. I don't think so.
There could be, but I don't know.
Mexicans have always hated Heisenberg for some reason.
Oh, yeah. I think we've exhausted all our predictions and expectations for our segment on this podcast. So that should just about do it. Thanks for listening. Subscribe if you're watching it on our YouTube account. Tweet at us. Tweet us some questions. Tweet at the CC Connection. That's it, because I always think there's something else after that. There's just at the CC Connection.
Or you could email us.
You could email us.
We'll email you back.
We'll definitely email you.
Our email is theccconnection@gmail.com.
At gmail.com.
theccconnection@gmail.com.
Okay, guys. That's all we have for you today. We'll see you next time.